In this section, I'm gonna help you just really create a solid LinkedIn profile. So I'm gonna provide you with some checklist items to just really make sure your LinkedIn has everything kind of it needs. How do you make it visible to the recruiters? And a few other tips. Having a good bio section. Now, my tip number one or checklist number one is to have a good summary bio section. Make it readable, have space, highlight certain skills and certain certifications that you have. I've seen so many LinkedIn profiles that just have a huge paragraph about their background, and it's like, if I'm a recruiter and if I'm coming to your page, it's just so much, and I might not necessarily take the time to read this huge blob of paragraph. Versus if you can put some space, really highlight your background and then indent a little bit and have skills, title it, bold it, and then under include certain skills, and then say certifications, and then have whatever certifications you have under. Now, within the LinkedIn profile, there are sections for you to include certifications, for you to include certain skills, but my recommendation is still to have it in your bio section, because it just really highlights, if somebody comes to your LinkedIn profile, that's the place where they're gonna initially go, and it just provides a space for kind of everything at one place in a way. Now, second checklist is just to showcase certain skills that you have under your resume under the skills section. Like I mentioned, I know you're going to include this on your bio section, but still include them on your skill set section as well. The third checklist item is to let recruiters know that you are actively looking. There is an option on your edit profile to show that you are actively seeking for other opportunities. There's a way to turn on and off where recruiters can see that you are open for other opportunities. My fourth tip for you, or just a checklist for you, is to choose a great photo. It should be clear, it should be friendly, it should be professional, and just pop it a little bit. Some people have it from very far, but I say make it a close-up as much as you can. I mean, don't show just your eyes or just your face. I know you're not gonna do that, but just make it pop. A photo can go a long way to really convey passion, energy, charisma, empathy, and any other soft skills that maybe sometimes are hard to write about, right? And another aspect of this is just really make sure that everyone can see it. Don't hide your picture. Let's just say a recruiter came across your resume or came across your profile, and they don't even know who you are. Like, they can't put the name with the face. So again, in the edit section, there is a way to make your profile picture visible or not visible. My recommendation is to make it visible. And also make all of your skill sets, everything that you have on your bio, everything that you have on your professional summary, make all of that visible. Next thing on my checklist is to put on time to make it awesome. The more complete your profile, the better the odds of recruiters finding you. There is actually a progress bar that LinkedIn will show you on what's the percentage of your profile being complete. My next thing on the checklist is to get a custom URL. You can have it on your resume, you can paste it on other websites as you're applying. Mine is just really linkedin.com / my full name, and you can also do that on the edit section. My next thing on the checklist is to write a headline that rocks. Not that you're looking for a job, not that you're open for new opportunities. I don't really like that on your headline. I would say, make it more around what is your value proposition? Like, what do you help companies do? What do you bring to the table? So if you're a Scrum Master, maybe your value proposition might be I make team awesome, or I help companies transition to agile mindset, or I help teams become self-organizing, or whatever it really might be. But really bringing your value proposition. What do you provide? Who are you about? The next thing on my checklist is your profile is your resume, because there are companies that solely look and go based on your LinkedIn profile. Sometimes they don't even require a resume. I've seen plenty of websites that says apply through LinkedIn, and it's really just submitting your LinkedIn profile. So again, have everything, go through things that you need to add to make your profile full as much as you can. My next thing on the checklist is to have recommendations under your belt. Have some people endorse you on your skills. And now I'm just going to kind of give you a few other tips that are not necessarily a checklist, but it's good to have some extra things, right? I would say maybe even have an article. You've all gone through the boot camp, you've learned some things, so maybe write an article on Agile, or how to help teams, or how to have an Agile mindset. What does it mean to be a self-organizing team? So, just really exercise your creativity and just have an article out there. Another thing is just start to engage in conversations with people. I think if you can find some other Scrum Masters, if you can even follow some hashtags related to Agile and get into some conversations, you're just going to be that more visible, and you're giving back to the platform, you're involved in the platform. My next tip would be to engage in people's content. The cool thing is, anytime you are engaging in other people's content, it shows to your network. If there are a few recruiters following you, or you're connected with them, you're more visible in their page, in their feed. It just broadens your profile and whatnot.